All right, Shalom, Shalom. Before I begin, let me start out by giving all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teaching the course where I learn this truth. Peace and salutations to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai's elect, the house of David. All right, today is February the 7th, year 2024, the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. All right, came out to speak a little bit. As of now, it's a couple individuals. They in the spots that I usually get out and do the work at. So I'm just gonna start it right here, and the spirit gonna have them move in a minute. They always get them out the way. All right, the spirit always gets these people out my way. All right, school is out this week. It's a beautiful day, so it's a lot of people out at the lake and whatnot. So it's all good. Just wanted to come out again, prophesy the downfall of this wicked ass place known as America, with the spiritual Sodom and Egypt. All right, where also our Lord was crucified, Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. All right, was crossed out over here. All right. And Caesarea was put up. A so-called white man with blonde hair. All right, and blue eyes, red skin, a homosexual. All right, and that's who most people reverence when they think of, the Savior. All right, but they're sadly mistaken. All right, because our Savior is a dark-skinned man, and his name is Yahweh Shai, and he's only coming back for the Israelites, the elect on this side. So let's open up with this scripture right here. And let's see, we're going to go to Matthew 24. Let's see, Matthew 24 and 12, because this is where, all right, we are at in the state of the world today. All right, it says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. All right, it's a cold time, all right, on this earth right now. All right, the things that's going on in the Middle East over there in Yahweh Shaphat. All right, you got the things that's going down over here in Babylon the Great as far as the migrants go. All right, and all of that. The love of many is starting to wax cold. All right, I seen a video yesterday where they said they were going to get a migrants debit cards and all of that, And eventually what's going to come outside of the debit card is going to become a digital tracking system, all right, which is known as the RFID microchip. That's the prophecy in which this kingdom is pushing forward towards, all right, a cashless digital society in which the people are chipped, all right, and monitored and observed through the elite, all right, and we're fast approaching those days, all right. We got Jacob's trouble right here at the door. All right, and then we got the implementation of the MOTB right here at the door, and then from there, all right, World War III is gonna get ready to commence, and then Yahweh Shai is gonna come back in the middle of it, all right. So we don't have a lot of things left to pop off before the Savior returns, all right. And these things could all happen this year, all right. It's feeling like it's gonna be a great year as far as prophecy is concerned, all right. And Jacob's trouble, as far as we concerned, it can't come soon enough, all right, to get the degenerates of our people out the way, all right, to get the heathens out the way, and usher in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh's kingdom. This is Jeremiah 30 and verse 7. It say, at last, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. All right, the he that is speaking of is the elect. All right, the elect is going to be preserved and saved from Jacob's trouble. All right. But the rest of our people, especially over here in Babylon the Great, they ain't gonna make it, all right, as it says right here in Zechariah 13 in verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land that it's speaking of is Babylon the Great, the land of the north. All right, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. All right, so 2 out of 3 of the Lord's people, which represents you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. through the seed of your fathers, you're going to be left right here to die in Babylon, all right? Verse 9, and I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord, Yahweh Basham Shai, is my power. All right, and that's what we're hoping to be a part of, all right, the hopeful elect. All right, we're hoping to be a part of that stead, all right? You know, not to be left here, you know, and destroyed, all right? This is Daniel 12:1, and at that time shall Michael stand up. The time that it's speaking of is Jacob's trouble, all right? It's going to get so bad out here that Michael is going to have to stand up, all right? The archangel, all right? The angel of war, all right? It say, at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. All right, so that's the elect right there. Those found written in the book, all right? Chosen before the foundation of the earth was even laid, all right? But let's jump down to verse 10. It say, many shall be purified and made white and tried, but the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand. But the wise shall understand, all right? And that goes into the 2/3, all right? You know, it's a separation, all right? You got the house of David, and you got the house of Saul, all right? You got the house of David on the right-hand side, the house of Saul on the left-hand side. The Lord is only dealing with the house of David, all right? The house of Saul is much bigger than the house of David because, you know, 2/3 is out, they outweigh the 1/3, you know, and they'll get they salvation in the kingdom, all right? It's just on this side, they got to learn death by pain. All right, and there's nothing nobody can do to get them out of it. All right, it is what it is. All right, but they still Israelites and they will be in the kingdom. They ain't gonna burn in hell or no shit like that. You know, as some of these camps would have you to believe. All right, Esau ain't gonna never get back into rulership again, as some of these camps would have you to believe. All right, you know, primarily IUIC with the hell doctrine and shit. They have the mind that once we in the kingdom, all right, Gog and Magog gonna come together and try to overthrow us, all right? You know, that's not scriptural, all right? That's never gonna happen, all right? Yahweh Shai's kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, all right? Let me see if I can find that one. This is 2nd Ezra 6. 2nd Ezra 6 and verse 9, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. All right, so Esau's in the end of his reign, all right, his eon, his time of rulership, all right? And Jacob's reign and rulership is the beginning of it that followeth, all right? So these devils ain't never gonna get back in rulership. Let me go to Genesis right quick, because it was said back then. Let me see. When Isaac blessed Jacob, he blessed him, make sure I got it right. Isaiah, this is Genesis 25. All right, we go to 27. All right, Genesis 27. And let me see. All right. This is Genesis 27. And I'm going to start at verse. Let me see. I'm going to start at verse 28. All right. Now I'm going to start at verse 27. Genesis 27 and 27. This is after Jacob, you know, dressed up like Esau, went in there and gave Isaac the venison. And then Esau came in, you know, and the deed had already been done. All right, Genesis 27 and 27. And he came near and kissed him, and he smelled the smell of his remnant, and blessed him, and said, see, the smell of my son is the smell of a field which the Lord had blessed. Therefore, Yahweh shall power give thee of the dew of heaven, and the fatness of the earth, and plenty of corn and wine. Let people serve thee, and nations bow down to thee. Be Lord over thy brethren, and let thy mother's sons bow down to thee. Cursed be everyone that cursed thee, and blessed be everyone that blessed thee. All right, Jacob got that blessing, all right? And then right here, verse 30. And it came to pass, as soon as Isaac had made an end of blessing Jacob, and Jacob was yet scarce gone out from the presence of Isaac his father, that Esau his brother came in from hunting. All right, so after Jacob got the blessing, then Esau came in, and he was looking for his father to bless him. And this is how it continues. It's a Genesis 27 and 31. Y'all give me 1 second. All right, there you go. And he said, and he also had made savory meat, talking about Esau. And he also had made savory meat, and brought it unto his father, and said unto his father, Let my father arise, and eat of his son's venison, that thy soul may bless me. And Isaac his father said unto him, Who art thou? And he said, I am thy son, thy firstborn Esau. And Isaac trembled very exceedingly, and said, Who? Where is he that had taken venison and brought it me? And I have eaten all before thou camest, and have blessed him, yeah, and he shall be blessed. All right, so Jacob got that blessing, all right, from Isaac. And let's see what Esau said. And when Esau heard the words of his father, he cried with a great and exceeding bitter cry, and said unto his father, Bless me, even me also, O my father. And he said, Thy brother came with subtlety and had taken away thy blessing, all right, and that blessing is, the kingdom of heaven, all right, that's ultimately what it is. All right, verse 36, and he said, Is he not rightly named Jacob? For he has supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birthright, and behold, now he had taken away my blessing. And he said, Hast thou not reserved a blessing for me? All right. And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, Behold, I have made him thy Lord, and all his brethren have I given to him for servants. And that's going to play itself out in the kingdom. All right, we got a small taste of it. All right, when King David and King Solomon was on top, but that was just a small taste. We're going to have this forever. All right. So again, and Isaac answered and said unto Esau, Behold, I have made him thy Lord, and all thy brethren have I given to him for servants. And with corn and wine have I sustained him. And what shall I do now unto thee, my son? And Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing? My father, bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. All right, so Esau started crying like a little bitch because he knew, all right, Jacob, got over on him again. All right, and it's all in the spirit. That's where the Lord had it play itself out. Verse 39, and Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and the dew of heaven from above. That's why these Edomites are ruling right now. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof, not aware who is he. All right, that's Job 9:24. All right. You see verse 40, and by thy sword shalt thou live, and thou shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. All right, and they did serve us again under King David and Solomon. We had them in slavery. All right, and then when once the kingdom split and whatnot, eventually Esau through the Greeks got in power. All right, through Alexander. All right, verse 41, and Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherein his father blessed him, and Esau said in his heart, The days of mourning my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. All right. And you can continue on the story because he didn't slay Jacob. Jacob died in Egypt, an old man. But the descendants of Esau, they carried on their hatred, all right, through the bloodlines and the generations to follow. All right. You can read a little bit about that in Amos 1:11. Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Shemashai, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. All right, so the descendants of Esau, they still have hatred for the descendants of Jacob, all right, to this very day. All right, 1 second, y'all. Okay. Yeah, so as I was saying, his descendants, they still have that hatred toward us today. All right. And it's all good because the Lord wanted it this way. All right. Jacob and Esau were not meant to coexist together. All right. Not like that. All right. One has to be the head and one has to be the tail. And at this particular time right now, we're the tail. All right. As the scriptures tell you in what's that? Let me see. Ecclesiastes. What's that? 10. In verse 7, it says, I have seen servants upon horses. All right, horses represent power. All right. So the Lord said, I see servants upon horses. That's Edomites. They're in power. And princes walking as servants upon the earth. And we're, walking as servants upon the earth. All right. Like the perfect depiction is on that movie, Django. All right. When they was coming to Candyland. All right. And Stephen saw Django on the horse. He went to Calvin, all right, the slave master, and he was like, Calvin, who that nigga on that nag? Who that nigga on that nag? All right, because Jake wasn't even used to seeing a nigga in power. All right, it was like, we niggas. We ain't in no power, nigga, especially you. All right, in that movie. All right. And that's how it is, in the spirit. All right, horses represent power. So when you see these Edomites, they are in the power seat. And we are in the servitude seat right now, but the roles are gonna switch real soon. All right. Let me see. This is Deuteronomy 28 in verse. Let me see. We're gonna start at verse 64. All right, because this is what happened to us. All right. While we got scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. All right. We broke the law, statutes, and commandments. All right. We were kicked out of the Holy Land and we went into slavery. All right. Moses told us this was going to happen way back in the wilderness. All right. So this is Deuteronomy 28 and 64. And the Lord, Yahweh Shah, shall scatter thee among all people, from one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. All right. And look at what our people serve today. They worship that cross. All right. They worship Allah. All different types of shit. All right, Buddha. All right, Verse 65, and among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest. But the Lord shall give thee a trembling of heart and a failing of eyes and sorrow of mind. All right, slavery. All right. We're yet this day in our captivity. All right, it ain't as hard as it was back then, but nevertheless, all right, we're still in our captivity. You got to go to work. Out of a 7-day work week, most of us go to work, shit, at least 5 or 6 out of them days, all right? I know I do. Even on my off days, shit, I'm at work, all right? Hey, the Lord blessed me with an easy-ass job and shit, so I don't complain. But I'm just saying, we ain't sitting back chilling and enjoying this earth the way we're supposed to. Not right now, all right? Though that day is coming, all right. The scriptures actually tell you, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. It is polluted, it'll destroy you with a sword of destruction. All right. Verse 66, let me see. And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shalt have no assurance of thy life. All right. What goes down over here in America? All right, with you Jakes, you get killed and slaughtered at a high rate. All right, Amos 7 and 17 tell you about thy sons and daughters shall fall by the sword. All right. You see what goes down in Babylon the Great, all right, with you wicked Jakes. All right, you kill each other with the sword, all right. Let me see, verse 67, in the morning thou shalt say, would Yahweh shall power, it were even. And at evening thou shalt say, would Yahweh shall power, it were morning. For the fear of thine heart, wherein thou shalt fear, and for the sight of thine eyes, which thou shalt see. And the Lord, Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again, with ships. All right, so again, we had already came out of ancient Egypt, but Moses is letting us know we're gonna go into Egypt again with ships. All right, Egypt represents slavery. All right, the scripture tell you, "I'm the Lord thy power that deliver thee out of bondage, out of the land of Egypt." I think that's what it say. Let me make sure. 1 second, y'all. It's Exodus 20:2. "I am the Lord, Yahweh Shemah thy power, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage." So when the Lord say He's gonna bring us into Egypt again, He's saying He's gonna bring us into slavery, bondage again. All right, with ships this time. All right, we walked out of ancient Egypt. The Lord said He's gonna bring us back into the new Egypt, which is America's spiritual Sodom and Egypt. He said He's gonna bring us in with ships. All right, how did we get here? All right, even the Northern Kingdom, when they left the Assyrian captivity, and they came over here by ships as well. All right, they knew the way and the route to get here from when, we were together in the Holy Land, and when Solomon would have the Hamite Navy and them come over here and bring back things from here back to there. All right, they knew the time frame. It was a year and a half to get to leave and a year and a half to come back. So it took 3 years. So the Northern Kingdom knew that. So they came over here on ships themselves, all right, and they populated this land, all right, and started going off. It is what it is. But then the Lord brought the Southern Kingdom over here, all right. Before the Southern Kingdom came over here, Esau came over here and took down the Northern Kingdom, all right, and subjected them, and then he started coming to get, the Southern Kingdom, all right. They say the Southern Kingdom started coming over here, 1619. That's the date that we all know that they say it started. Anyway, 1619, and that's spiritual too, because we were in darkness for 350 years. All right, Abba Bivens, who's Elijah in the spirit, all right, came back on the scene in 1969, so that would make 350 years. All right, that we was, not knowing who we were. So let me finish this. Deuteronomy 28:68. "And the Lord Yahweh Shemah shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way of I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again." All right, Jerusalem, and we as a nation and as a people, all right, we ain't been back to Jerusalem. All right, "And there you shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall redeem you." All right, so when we got off them ships over here, all right, they sold us for slave man and slave woman, all right, and nobody tried to end the transatlantic slave trade. All right, all these nations benefited from it. All right, they all benefited from Jacob's demise. All right, and that's why they're all going into slavery in Jacob's kingdom. All right, Esau, Ham, Ishmael, all right, Elam, the Japhetic tribe, they all going into slavery. All right. You know what I'm saying? And Jacob is never going to be a slave again. All right, let me read that in Lamentations 4. All right, the point is in 22, but we're going to start at verse 21. They say, "Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and make thyself naked." All right, that cup is lamentations, mournings, and woe, destruction. All right, slavery, all of that. And that cup is going to you, Esau. All right. Verse 22, "The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins." All right, so again, the roles are about to reverse. And these Edomites are about to go into captivity. All right. All the nations, but numero uno being Esau. Revelation 13:9. "If any man have an ear, let him hear." Verse 10. "He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints." All right. So this is what we're patiently waiting, all right, to get you devils into captivity the same way you had us in captivity. All right, let me get that in Psalms also. Starting with your elites. All right, your elites are gonna be the first fruits of slavery. These American Edomites over here, man, please, the Lord gonna kill every American here. All right, outside of the elect, everybody in America is gonna die. You Edomites around the world that ain't, killed throughout the calamities and the different other things that's gonna be taking place, you going head first into slavery. All right, this is Psalms 148. Let me see. No, 149. So like Psalms 149. Starting at verse 5. Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua power be in their mouth and a two-edged sword in their hand to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron. All right, so your what's that devil name? He got cancer now. Charles. All right, you know what I'm saying? So-called King Charles. All right, William and Harry's father. That bloodline. They're gonna be first fruits of slavery. All right, the Dukes of Edom. All right, they're gonna be some of the first fruits of slavery. All right. And their children, all right, I said this before, I pray Yahweh shall preserve them devils, all right, preserves Harry and William and their offspring, all right, so we can chain them devils up, all right. You know what I'm saying? Let me see, to execute upon them the judgment written, this honor have all his saints, praise ye the Lord. All right, so there you go. It's gonna be an honor to do this. All right, it's gonna be an honor to, you know what I'm saying, enslave the whole world. All right, because you people need rulership. You nations need to be ruled and led. You can't rule yourselves. All right, you don't know righteousness. Yeah. All right, you don't know righteousness. All right, it wasn't given to you nations to know how to judge and all of that. You nations were given to us to rule over. All right, look at what you do when you're left to your own devices. All right, Moab is eating cats, dogs, and squirrels and shit, aiming the same fucking thing. All right, Esau, the base man on the planet, is a damn freak. All right, just a complete degenerate and freak in all facets of life. All right, he's a homosexual. He's a bestiality person. All right, we'd be here all day if we was trying to name off everything that Esau was about. You know what I'm saying? And all you heathen nations, you love that devil. All right, you know what I'm saying? Ham is a fucking freak. All right, all these people, all right, man, they need to be ruled over by Jacob, all right? They need to be beat into subjection, all right? They need to be beat, the law, statutes, and commandments into them, all right? Let me see, this is Revelation 2 and verse 25. This is written in red, so this is Yahweh Shai speaking. It say, but that which ye have already hold fast till I come, and he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. He shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I have received of my Father, all right? So it says he shall rule them with a rod of iron, all right? To crack you upside your fucking skull every time you go off, all right? To correct you devils, all right? Let me see, I think I got another one that also goes into that. Let's see. Let me read this. Isaiah 45 and 17. It say, but Israel shall be saved in the Lord, Yahweh Shai, with an everlasting salvation. Ye shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end. All right, so that's the world that the Lord is concerned with, In John 3 and 16, for Yahweh Shai power so loved the world that he gave his son. It's talking about to the world of Israel, all right, not to the, the world in the, what is it, Okamini sense, all right. The Lord never gave a shit about you fucking people, all right, you heathens, all right. The Lord gave a damn about, why would the Lord have secrets? Why would the Lord only reveal certain things to his prophets? Why would the Lord tell his prophets go only to the lost sheep of the house of Israel if he cared about everybody? Because everybody ain't a lost sheep of Israel, all right? Everybody ain't an Israelite, all right? So let me see where we going. Right here. Let's see, it was another one. I just skimmed by a while ago. Yeah, Psalms 147. Show you that the Lord only cares about his people. Psalms 147 in verse 18. It say verse 19, it's like here. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He had not dealt so with any nation, and as for his punishments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right. Let's get another one in Amos 3, starting at verse 1. Hear this word that the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. All right, so that's clear cut and simple. All right. The Lord only loves the Israelites. All right. He only ever loved the Israelites. All right. And he hates the Edomites. All right. Even though Esau got that blessing, the Lord still hates him. All right. Let's prove that in Malachi 1. I know I'm all over the place, but, Lord willing to be edifying. Malachi 1:1, the burden of the Lord, the burden of the word of the Lord, Yahweh Shemashah to Israel by Malachi. Verse 2, I have loved you, saith the Lord. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord? Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. All right, so the Lord let you know, again, he loves Jacob and he hates Esau. All right. Esau was only put up to for the Lord to establish his name. All right. Well, he put up for different reasons, but the main reason is for the Lord to get his name back declared in his earth. All right, and to punish us for going off. All right, for wanting to serve other gods. All right, so he put the base nation above us, and now we understand what it is where we went off at. All right. Verse 4, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Shemashah of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord Yahweh Shemashah had indignation forever. All right. So the Lord said, you Edomites are going to be on his shit list forever. All right, that is a everlasting time frame until you get that Obadiah 1:18 get burned up. All right. Let me see. 1 second. All right. Let me read this also in Micah 7:9, because again, we're bearing this punishment because we went off. All right. And this is, Esau being over us, all the nations being over us, all right, is a punishment from the Lord. This is Micah 7:9. It reads, I will bear the indignation of the Lord, Yahweh Shai, because I have sinned against him, until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me. He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. All right, so, we gotta bear and grit this shit, all right? Oh, excuse me. We made our bed, so now we gotta lay in it, and deal with the shit until Yahweh Shai cracks those clouds, all right? And it ain't far away, all right? This ain't a long, it's been a long time coming, but we ain't got a long time to wait anymore, all right? We can feel, all right, our Lord is right here, you know? Prophecy is moving at a fast pace, all right? The days are being shortened, all right, you know? Wake up in the morning, you do your deed, and before you know it, it's nighttime again. All right, I mean, everything is being sped up. All right, these niggas out here is waxing worse and worse. All right, you know, Esau is getting agitated and shit. You know, getting agitated and getting back into that ancient bloodthirsty mindset that he never left. All right, he just hid, but he's starting to show his horns more. All right, I spoke on this last week. How you had the 700 individuals drive out here. All right, to Texas. All right, to deal with that border migrant thing. All right, you know these devils is getting ready to fight for this land which they stole. All right, you know. And we want these things to happen. We need these things to happen. We pray for these things to happen. We don't want, all right, the shit to slow down and go back to normal and all of that. Hell no. We want this place, all right, all gas and no brakes. We want this shit going fast, all right. We want like you niggas say the world about to crash out, bro. We want you niggas to crash out, all right. We want Esau to crash out, and we want you 2/3 to crash out, all right? Crash into each other on the way to crashing out, all right? Blow everybody up. Shit, fuck it. Kill each other, all right? Because you're an unprofitable degenerate on this side anyway, you wicked 2/3, all right? You might as well, you know. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 10. All right, we're going to start at verse 2. Well, we'll start at verse 1. They say, a wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. All right, Esau ain't that. He's not a wise judge. He's a wicked judge. All right. Verse 2, as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. All right, and that's why a lot of our people act the way that they act. All right, they done been under this damn devil so fucking long. All right, that they become pieces of shit just like him. All right, in fact, they tell you in Jeremiah, all right, some of you niggas have surpassed the wicked in wickedness. All right, you niggas run a race with that devil on any given day, and you beat him on any given day. All right, you show that motherfucker a thing or two about wickedness. All right. Verse 3, an unwise king destroyed his people. All right, and that's Esau. All right, look at what he's done to his society. He's got just look at this American society today. And these motherfuckers got the nerve, you American people got the nerve to think your military is what it used to be and can actually win a war. All right, you got the men wanting to be women. You got the women wanting to be men. All right, you got the in-betweeners in your military. All right, you know what I'm saying? You got, shit, you got a dumbed down society. The men aren't men anymore. All right, you know, everybody's on psychedelic pills and shit, you know, psych meds and shit. All right, everybody's fat, you know, obese. You know, it's this nigga just destroyed this place. All right, you know, everybody's docile, uninformed. All right, this is a weak generation of people. All right, probably the weakest generation of people to ever exist. All right, you know, it's just man, these young niggas, this young generation, everybody that's what I say, you know what I'm saying, 27 and younger, man, these niggas is through. All right, 25, 26 and younger, man, they fucking finished. All right, you know. Anyway, verse 3, an unwise king destroyed his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. All right. And now this devil getting ready to, you know what I'm saying, again, Make you get down and tell him how much you love him with that charagma. All right, that incision into your flesh. All right, you know. And 2/3 of our people, you know, you gonna do it. All right, you gonna let him finesse you just like you let him. You know what I'm saying? Put that thing in you the last time. All right. This is Isaiah 30 and verse 1. It say, "Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shai, that take counsel, but not of me." All right. And how do you attain to the Lord's counseling? By listening to the Lord's prophets. All right. Starting with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and like-minded men on down who teach the same exact doctrine. All right. No deviations. You know what I'm saying? The same exact 144% pure truth. All right. So again, Isaiah 30 and 1, "Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shai, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin unto sin." All right, we opened up with Matthew 24 and 12, when it tell you, and iniquity shall abound, and love of many shall wax cold, sin upon sin upon sin upon sin. All right, that's what our people are all into. All right. They stack their sins up, all right? And they keep on stacking them, all right? And they don't have a care in the world about doing that shit, all right? Verse 2, "That walk to go down to Egypt, and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and trust in the shadow of Egypt. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion," all right? So because you niggas trust in this place, you want to uplift this place, you're going to die in this place, all right? You're going to get judged in this place, all right? Let me see. Let's jump down a bit to verse 9. It say that this is a rebellious people, lying children, children that will not hear the law of the Lord, Yahweh Shai, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not to us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. That's what our people want, all right? They want us to lie to them and tell them this place is going to keep going, all right? Verse 11, "Get you out of the way, turn aside out of the path, cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us." All right, that's what they want. Verse 12, "Wherefore thus saith the Lord," "Wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word and trust in oppression and perverseness and stay thereon." All right, what you niggas say today? We standing on business. Nah, nigga, you niggas standing on perverseness. All right, that's what you niggas stand on. You niggas stand on perverseness. All right. Let me see. Verse 13. "Therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach, ready to fall, swelling out of a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly and at an instant." All right, so it's gonna catch you niggas with your pants down. All right, it's gonna be a day which you least expect. All right, things to go left, and they're gonna go left, and you ain't gonna have no answering or no covering for it. All right, it's gonna be like you in the shower, and when you washing your body, and somebody just snatched that curtain back. All right. And see your little naked bitch ass, all right? You gonna be, oh shit, man, what the fuck? I'm trying to do all that. All right, but nah, nigga, your whole shame gonna be seen in that day. All right, that's how the Lord gonna do you niggas. All right, starting with you camps who know the truth but don't teach the truth and deceive and mislead your flock. All right, the Lord gonna kill them and you. All right, and y'all. All right, because it's a couple of, you know what I'm saying, camps that fit that criteria. All right, let me see. Verse 14.
System is checking the disk. Please stand by.
Shit, 1 second. Turn that shit off. Okay. Verse 14, and he shall slacken. Let me see. We'll read verse 13 again. "Therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out of a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly and at an instant. And he shall break it as the breaking of the potter's vessel, that it is broken in pieces. he shall not spare, so that there shall not be found in the bursting of it a shred to take fire from the hearth, or to take water withal out of the pit. All right, so that's how the Lord gonna deal with you, Jakes. All right, he gonna deal with you, Jakes, the same way he gonna deal with these heathens. All right, no mercy is gonna be shown to you. Isaiah 31:1. Woe to them that go down into Egypt for help. All right, what our people do? They vote, they do all of that shit, and stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord. Yet he also is wise and will bring evil, and will not call back his words, but will arise against the house of the evildoers and against the help of them that work iniquity. All right, so again, you niggas gonna get that same judgment that these heathens gonna get. All right. Let me see, verse 3. Now the Egyptians are men. All right, the Edomites, they ain't nothing special. They're men. All right, they're the modern day Egyptians. All right. Now the Egyptians are men and not God, and their horses flesh and not spirit. When the Lord Yahweh shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fail, and he that is hoping shall fall down, and they shall all fail together. All right, again, you're going down with them. All right. When the red knight goes down, the black knight goes down with them. All right. Black knight represent you black-hearted niggas, you 2/3, you Negroes, Spanish, and Native Americans. All right. You're the black hearts, the black knights that's going down with the red knights. All right. Let me see. And again, these days are fast approaching. All right. All right, I'm gonna read some of this in Romans 9, because I spoke earlier about how the reason and the purpose for Esau being established. All right, he was established, all right, to do wickedness, right, to punish us. All right, and ultimately he was also established for this right here. This is Romans 9. All right, and I'm gonna jump down. This whole chapter is amazing. This is my favorite, really one of my top 3 favorite chapters in the Bible. All right, Romans 9. All right, let me see. I'm gonna jump down. I'm gonna start at verse 7. All right, it say, neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they children, but in Isaac shall thy seed be called. All right, so Abraham had many sons. All right. All right, starting with Ishmael, but out of his sons, only Isaac was chosen. All right, and Isaac had 2 sons, Jacob and Esau. All right, so let's continue. Verse 8. That is, they which are the children of the flesh. These are not the children of Yahweh Shemel power, but the children of the promise are counted for the seed. For this is the word of promise. At this time will I come, and Sarah shall have a son. And not only this, but when Rebekah also had conceived by one, even our father Isaac, for the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of Yahweh Shemel power according to election might stand, not of works, but of him that called it. All right, so when they say they have done neither good or evil, that's in this particular life, all right? Because remember, Jacob and Esau also were Cain and Abel. All right, Jacob was Abel, and Cain was Esau. All right, and when the Lord flooded out the earth and saved Noah, Shem, Japheth, and Ham and their 4 wives, all right, he told, when they got off the ark, he said, "Go forth, be fruitful and multiply." So everybody on this earth comes from either the line of Shem, the line of Japheth, or the line of Ham. All right. And Esau, he comes from the line of Shem the same way we come from the line of Shem. Again, those are our evil, wicked twin brothers. All right. And Cain came back on the scene through reincarnation as Esau. All right. And Abel came back on the scene through reincarnation as Jacob. All right. And that's why Cain is still trying to slay Abel to this day. They're just under different names being Esau is Cain, Jacob is Abel. All right. So they had done any evil in those particular lives, all right, because they hadn't been, they were, there's no remembrance of former things, and they weren't on the scene. But the spirit of those two had been on the scene before, all right. So verse 12, it was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger, as it is written. We read this while ago in Malachi 1 and 4. Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. All right, so let's get to the good part now. Verse 14, what shall we say there? What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with Yahweh Shem Yahushua power? Yahweh Shem Yahushua power forbid. For he said to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. So then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of Yahweh Shem Yahushua power that showeth mercy. For the scripture said unto Pharaoh, and Esau is the modern day Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth. So that's the main reason you Edomites was raised up, all right? So the Lord can work through you and show his power through you, all right? By taking you down, raise you up to the top, make everybody think you the mightiest and greatest thing walking, and then just crush you like nothing, just smash you like a fucking bug. All right, you know what I'm saying? Stomp you bitches out like roaches. All right, the Lord actually gonna stomp you out like grapes in a wine press. All right, and just smash you out. All right, and let everybody see everything you built up and established was nothing. All right, the Lord gonna come back and wipe your shit out in an hour. Everything you bitch ass Edomites have set up and established, and all that shit for the last 500 years and whatnot. The Lord gonna knock and burn all that shit up in 1 hour. They're gonna knock all that shit down, burn all that shit up. You know what I'm saying? Gonna set this whole motherfucking place ablaze, all right? The whole continental USA, from sea to shining sea, is gonna be a lake of fire, all right? And all you bitch ass Edomites gonna burn in it. You weak, you know what I'm saying? Unprofitable niggas gonna burn in it. Everybody who ain't for Yahweh Shem Yahushua that's on the shores of America, you gonna be a part of that fire, all right? So again, that's the only reason you devils was raised up, all right, for the Lord to show his power, all right, by breaking you the same way he did the ancient Pharaoh of Egypt. You know what I'm saying? When Moses was on the scene, all right, and Moses has been on the scene again today, because Moses was King David, and this time we believe Moses came back as King Mashai, all right? You know what I'm saying? And the Lord was dealing with him the same way. You know what I'm saying? He was dealing with the rest of the prophets, all right, in the ancient times. All right. All right, this whole earth is gonna have to, they gotta remember, they're gonna be put back into remembrance of who Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, who they are and what they're about, all right? Because these motherfuckers done forgot, all right? They done forgot, you know, who they reverence as Allah Shagia. They done forgot about him, all right? You know what I'm saying? But we here to restore that feeling. We here to bring it back and put it back on you people mind, all right? And let you know the Lord is alive and kicking, all right? And he's coming back to do work in this place, all right? The scriptures actually tell you the slain of the Lord. Let me get that scripture. Isaiah, what is it, 66? All right, Isaiah 66 and verse, I'm going to start at 15. It say, for behold, the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, will come with fire, and his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. All right. So, man, think about that. Lord could make the slay motherfuckers. All right, let me see. It's another one. So the slain of the Lord should be from one end of the earth to the other. Let me read this one in Isaiah 42 and 13. It say, the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, shall go forth as a mighty man. He shall stir up jealousy like a man of war. He shall cry, yell, roar. He shall prevail against his enemies. All right. Verse 14, I have long time holding my peace. I have been still and refrained myself. Now will I cry like a travailing woman. I will destroy and devour at once. I will make waste mountains and hills and dry up all the herbs, and will make the rivers islands and will dry up the pools. All right, so the Lord coming back to burn this place, and he can't wait to do it. All right, the Lord gonna let out a scream when he come back, man. Say, man, Yahweh Shai don't even know when he coming back. Only Yahweh knows, all right? Let's see. All right, this is Jeremiah 25 and 33. It say, and the slain of the Lord shall be in that day from one end of the earth even unto the other end of the earth. They shall not be lamented, neither gathered nor buried, but they shall be dung upon the earth. All right, so again, that's how much killing the Lord gonna do when he come back. All right. Man, it's gonna get nasty out here, bro. And we here for it again. All right. All right. Let's see where we at with it. All right. So this ended up turning out to be basically, I guess you can call it a car sit down. All right, these motherfuckers still in my way. All these people still out here. All right, it's starting to get a little dark. All right, but you know, who needed to see and hear, gon' see and hear. All right, I've been out here many times before. It's all good. All right, Spirit had to go how it went. You know, Lord willing, it was edifying again. I'm out of things to say. You know what I'm saying? I've been talking now, I'm out of things to say, which, you know, that rarely happens. I always got stuff to say. I talk too damn much sometimes. But anyway, I think that's a pretty good stopping point. You know, again, just wanted to come out and speak, you know. Just wanted to do what it is we commanded to do. All right, so Lord willing, it was edifying. Any questions, comments, anything like that, just leave them for me in the comment section, and I'll clear it up. All right, again, today is February the 7th, year 2024. Hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. All right, this devil is getting ready to come down with great wrath because he knows that he had but a short time. All right, the MOTB is right around the corner. All right, that grain of rice that Esau wants to put into your hand or your forehead. All right, you know what I'm saying? Elon Musk has been debuting his technology and shit. You know what I'm saying? Putting them things in people's heads and shit. So, you know, we right here. All right, we ain't got another 5, 6, 7 years to wait. These devils gonna come with that shit now because the Lord's speeding them up, making them come with it now. All right. So, all honor, glory, and praise go to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Rakakwadash, double honors to the apostles and elders, the great millstone, who teaching the course where I learn this truth. Peace and salutations to the Lord select. All right. Kwame Asherala, Kwame Asherala. All right. Shalom.